Hi everyone and a warm welcome back to round 4 of the monthly WARNO Tournament from SD League for April. Today we have a couple of games with Lathans and Tmanplays, two veterans of the tournaments over the last, almost a year and a half now. These guys have been there playing this game. Both of them exceptionally good players, so I expect a couple of very good games here with some interesting tactics on offer. T-Man is over on the left in blue, playing as the 5th E Division Blindy, the French, and over on the right in red we have Lathans playing as the 39th Infantry Division. We're back on the old Black Forest with this. I still love this new area they added. I know this isn't the best map, and I know not everyone loves it, but I still love the fact that they went back, completely edited the map, and added the logging camp. I think it looks fantastic. Albeit, the map's still a bit skew-whiff in places, I think. Early SU-27 out there for Lathans. Probably going for some of these choppers. Obviously, a couple of Gazelle Hots out there for T-Man. AMX-10s out and about, causing problems. 2 commands in for Lathans. 2 commands in for T-Man. AMX-10s obviously still a fantastic unit. They have been gradually nerfed slightly over the patches, but still exceptionally good. Plenty of units in here for T-Man. He really wants to keep hold of that area. SU-27 is coming in for another pass, killing another hot chopper. Seemingly not a lot of anti-air there at all for T-Man at the moment. He's keeping one chopper at the back, I notice. Bringing in an AMX-30B2. This command heading into Bravo now. That command will eventually get to the top and then head through the center to Charlie. That's probably a good shout rather than go around the top because the AMX-10 is up there to cause issues. Grouping of UAZ SPG-9s. Lathans was using those a lot in one of the previous patches, though haven't seen them used a lot since. AMX-10 should absolutely melt those, but if they get within range, they will cause issues. It is just reached range. It fires first, does a lot of damage, but the MX-10 survives. UAZ is going for it, though. Don't think that UAZ is going to scare it too much, though. No, didn't expect so. Early skirmishing with the infantry down the bottom here. Lathan certainly outnumbered and is going to lose that squad of recon. BTR-60 coming up to give some assistance. Is that VAB? No, it's a heavy machine gun VAB. I was wondering if it was going to be one with an autocannon. Oh, good spread here for T-Man. Look at him getting around the back. Speaking of the VABs with the T-20, there they are with the little autocannons. Those are going to cause massive issues. The Cubs trying to run away there from all these units. Motorstrelke coming in here to try and fend off this attack on the supply lines for this point. This is a really good maneuver from T-Man here. If Lathans can't clear this up, he's going to have trouble resupplying and getting back in at this point. Command is in here now for Lathans. Command still coming around for T-Man. Here's the SPG-9 rolling around the back here. Looks like the MX-10 down here got killed by that or by something else. So he did lose an AMX, the T-Man. There's another one on the way. There's another command coming in the back there. I wonder if that's... Yeah, he's sending it right to the back. He's going to try and cap Foxtrot. That's probably not a bad idea. He will be able to take it completely, as obviously Lathans won't leave a command in there, the same as the point down here. T-80BV coming in will cause issues for these T-20s. They don't have any missiles. In fact, nothing here has long range, so really that T-80 was a really good call in. AMX needs a repair up there. All these units just heading around the back there. He's got quite a big force that he's going to move into Foxtrot through the trees. Command in this point now for T-Man. Back to neutralized. No, I tell a lie. Lathans doesn't have a command in the center yet, so it's +1 to T-Man still. He's just returned it to +1. I apologize. It was previously neutralized. It is now +1. And T-Man has that little advantage in points, but I mean, it means very little at this stage. It's now about whether Lathans can clear up this stuff and reclaim this corner at this point. He should be able to get his command in, I think. Mi-24 coming in there. Should be able to do some damage to these vehicles. Razvedka coming in, Sapri, lots of stuff mainly heading towards the center. Those guys heading towards the top there. Obviously, Lathan's realizing he's not got that covered. Very little in here now for Lathans, though. He's got a couple of squads of infantry. Well, one recon squad and one proper infantry squad with an RPG-29. Will cause issues with this VAB, but this VAB is going for the command. He's not messing about. T-Man is going for the snipe. A perfectly valid tactic, no less. Oh, he's got caught up engaging the Igler. That's not ideal. There he goes. He's got it now. That should be a kill, surely. Yes, there he goes. Gets the kill. He will probably lose the VAB to the RPG-29 on those units, but that's a nice kill. Back to +1, as the command is now in here for Lathans, but really that is out on its own. I mean, that T-80 is going to be covering it, but from this side, there's nothing protecting that. If T-Man can get eyes on, he could artillery it, bomb it, hit it with a long-range missile. He has a tank coming in that way to the center to support. That VAB T-20, is that... Surely that's not... No, it died there. I was going to say, the VAB that was down here did die, but he has another one at the back here, going to cover that rear entry point. I don't think it'll stop the T-62s. But it's looking good for T-Man at the moment. He's got seemingly slightly more map control. He sort of has Lathans penned into this area now. It really depends if Lathans can take this area back as well. And there's a good force up here from T-Man pushing across the back there. And he has supplies, so you can resupply them if they run out of fuel. T-Man slowly getting pushed out of this area. You'll notice that the blue blob that was here, a little bit spread out all the time, but is slowly being annihilated by Lathans, which is exactly what Lathans needed to do just to be able to hold that city. And that tank is now sort of protecting the CV, so that's good. Mirage coming in here, doing a I think it was going to do a strafing run, but it takes fire from the Cubs. Doesn't get hit, though. MX-10 venturing out there, but now retreating. These recon units have arrived. I don't think they'll stop T-Man's units getting in there, though. It just means that a couple of recon choppers. I'm just thinking how Lathans could respond to this when T-Man gets through into that point. Something that can move fast, you'd need choppers, bombers maybe, but I don't think Lathans has that at the moment. He certainly hasn't called any in as yet. Vab was killed, as expected. Those T-62s obviously causing a lot of issues there. Though still no command coming in for that area. It is a big expense. T-Man continuing to gain on that little early lead. 257 points and counting. Just +1. It's a very slow trickle, but it makes all the difference. And it will be having a psychological effect on Lathans. Something we don't often talk about in these casts is the psychological effect of what your opponent does on you. And you're best off for that watching these guys who stream, Lathans for example, play live, and you can hear the psychological effect that certain things are having on these players and the frustration and everything else. I do recommend checking out Lathans on Twitch. He's a good laugh, and it's fun to watch him play because you can really get an idea of what's going through his head when he's playing, which is quite nice. Mirage coming in again here. He's doing lots of strafing runs, it seems. Oh, he's going for the recon choppers, I see. Mi-24 coming in here. SU-27S will be engaged by the Mirage, surely. Both Mirages going for it. They want the kill. They're not going to get it. Another SU-27S coming in. One Mirage is down. Second Mirage is down. Nice little air skirmish there. Supported by the Cubs, which are now out of ammo, but did get a kill. MX-10 is in trouble up there. 30 minutes left of this game, and although T-Man seemingly had some early map control, Lathand slowly regaining control up here. Has regained control in this area. T-Man pushing back a little bit, but not with anything very exciting at the moment. Still holding on to this point. Has managed to get his command in the top there. Is now +2. Will in a moment be +3. Another command being called in immediately by Lathans up there. But this will certainly throw Lathans off again, because it means he now needs to redeploy forces up here. There is an anti-air Mistral up there, so he can deal with that chopper potentially. It's just an extra area that Lathans now has to worry about. The T-62 coming in there, heading down at the bottom here. A little bit of skirmishing between the AMX-10s, the Razvedka and a UAZ there. Some Grenadiers being brought in there. SU-27 coming in for the Gazelle Hot. These Gazelle Hots have not had a good time in this game. They are just constantly getting annihilated by the SU-27s. Kills both in one pass. I mean, that's just very unfortunate. But the Gazelle Hots certainly not paying for themselves at all this game. Lathans on the move here, pushing back in the centre. Getting a little bit close to the MX-30. It does put its damage up. It does have a kinetic weapon, which means that the closer it is, the more damage it does. The damage that is listed here, for anyone who doesn't know, 16 penetration is at the maximum range of 2275. And any 195 meters, I think it is, less than that, that number goes up by 1. So the closer they are, the more damage it does. Obviously that applies to the T-80 as well, but the T-80 wants to stay at range because it does more damage anyway and has better armor. Lathans continues to make a little bit of progress here. T-Man's kind of hanging on in there, but Lathans certainly is making progress. Lathans down here, though, not making that much progress. Does have the heavy hitters here, but he's being quite slow and gentle about getting back in there. It's allowing T-Man to continue this lead. The Mistral has obviously caused issues for that Mi-24. Commander is coming in there, but without killing that commander, it will still mean it's +2 to T-Man. Smattering of units coming in down here. Razvedka being annihilated by that VAB. The Razvedka depleted their ammunition for their RPG already. So the VAB just managed to take them out. There's the neutralization on the top, but still +2 to T-Man. Oh, a little bit of pushing here from T-Man. Wants to stop Lathans getting back into this point, utilizing the VAB and the AMX-30 here. T-62 is moving up to engage the VAB. Misses. T-Man getting into the forest area so the tanks can't quite see him. Oh, he takes 2 hits from the T-62s. Or at least 1 hit and a glancing blow. He has smoked and is retreating. VAB still in a nice position. Can't quite be seen yet by the T-62. T-62 can now see the Grenadiers. I mean, if they could get near those tanks, they would mince them with the Apelas launcher. They're in range now. He can fire the Apelas. It is launching, but I think he's struggling to fire because the amount of... Yeah, I think he's just getting stunned down too much. Yeah, he's not going to do anything with those. They're going to die. There's an LRAC F1 there, but it's not as good. A little bit of pushing here from Lathans, just clearing up those units. The MX-10 is dead. Grenadier Voltigeurs trying to get into a building, I think. Loads of infantry coming in from the middle there to reinforce that central point. T-Man still in control up here. Look at this. While we've been looking down there, T-Man has managed to expand back into this area. He's got an AMX-10 up there. He's got some Dragon Paras. An AMX RC Sublime. I mean, he's got plenty there. He now has the choice of either pushing down this way or pushing into this point. I do see Lathans calling in more to protect this point. It'll be interesting to see where T-Man goes here. He does have the option of pushing in the back, though he would have to face off against the T-80s here. So maybe going in here and trying to find and kill that command is an easier task. A couple of AMX-30s here. Don't know if they're just for defense or if he will move them out. Loads more infantry coming in here. I mean, literally flooding with infantry. And a bunch of T-62s as well. Lathand seriously wants to push the middle. I mean, he's got a lot of forces there. He's completely lost every... What happened down here? Did those commandos manage to kill both of those tanks single-handedly? I think they did, you know. I don't think he brought in a jet or anything. We'll check at the end. But I think those commandos managed to kill both of those T-62s with an LRAC F1. I mean, let me just remind you here. It's only 15 pen. I mean, granted, the T-62s don't have the best armor. But I'm surprised they got a kill. Or 2 kills, anyway. I think he was using the M1s up there. It's vanished off the thingy now, but... only got 10 front armor, so it would have needed side shots really to do serious damage. Oh! AMX-10RC just killed the T-62 back here. They are such good units. It's because of their ability to see stuff. Optics very good. They stay hidden in a tree line and can fire out. And their gun is 18 pen. They may have terrible armor, but their gun is amazing. Lathans with units around the back here now. Just recon, but can see what's coming in at least. And certainly pushing into this area here. Random one... I'm surprised Lathans sent just 1 squad round there. It's 25 AT coming in, heading towards the center. We'll be going for some of these AMX 30s. Lathan's doing a push here with all of his tanks. I mean, it's a strong pushing force, realistically. It really depends if T-Man can hold this push, then he'll be in a good position to counter push, potentially, if he can destroy the tanks. It's 25 going for one of the tanks there, but the tank is dead already. Still +2 to T-Man. AMX-10 coming in around the back here. Oh, this could be some rear shots. Another AMX-10 there as well. This could be some rear shots on these tanks of Lathans in the center. Because those will... Can he see that? I can't quite... He might be able to see that tank. Oh, maybe not quite. Oh, that one can, though. That one can see the T-62. He got a good hit. T-62 trying to respond. Lathan's made progress. He is in the buildings. AMX-10 around the back here. Gets a good kill on the T-62. Going for the supply now. HE bomber came in there. Not sure what it hit. Possibly that building there. Supply is destroyed. Can the AMX-10 here... Can one of them hit the T-80 from behind? And that could potentially be a one-hit kill. Rear armor is only 3. Depends if the shot went off before it turned around. But Lathans is making good progress in the center here. This push is working. He's pinned T-Man into the back corner. MX-10 there trying to get shots on things, but they're moving through too fast. Milan's here engaging. But taking missiles themselves. One is destroyed. AMX-10 getting some kills on these tanks. They've both smoked. AMX-30's coming around the back as well. That means that these tanks are surrounded. AMX-10 pushing up now. The plan here is simple. Surround the tanks, pummel them from every side and get a side shot somewhere. AMX-30's here as well. There's no way that T-80 can survive, and there it goes. AMX-10 RC gets the kill. Gets a kill on a Cub as well. Taking fire from the T-62, gets a kill on the T... This AMX-10 is just wrecking everything in his path. I mean, they are ridiculous units. Lathans has made some progress up here, has managed to kill the command that was in Foxtrot, but T-Man obviously with a nice advantage there. Oh! And Lathans surrenders. As I said, if his push in the middle had failed, I guess that was going to be an issue. But, yeah, he takes the surrender. T-Man wins, slightly higher kills to losses. But a fantastic game and fantastic positioning from both these guys, as always. Let's have a look down there. I really want to see who killed... Commandos did indeed kill the two T-62 M1s, a BMP-2, and the anti-tank group. I'm sorry, I am not giving the AMX-10 MVP. The AMX-10 can sod off. No way. It's obscenely powerful. It's like a stealth tank. I'm tempted to give those commandos the MVP because they killed those two tanks, which I was quite impressed with. I think of all the units there, in terms of kills, I think they were the most impressive. So commandos get MVP. Well done, guys. Well played. Let's hop straight into game number 2. Hi everyone, and welcome back to game number 2 with Lathans and Tmanplays. This time on 2 lakes, Lathans over on the left in blue as the 2nd Infantry Division from the British. As always, good to see them in the game, even if they don't have their Fox memes quite as much anymore. And over on the right in red, we have Tmanplays playing as the 7th Panzer Division. Good spread of units for both players. T-Man mainly focusing on the top point, as you would expect. Lathan seemingly pumping a lot into Bravo, rather than a lot into Alpha here. He's sent in a lot of SAS. Those are not cheap units. 80 points apiece. Is that 4 of them going into Bravo, along with Assault Pioneers in choppers. T-Man with a good squad of units heading up there, mostly recon. Cub in here going after the Harrier. Harrier seemingly getting out of there. Fox is pushing down this way, going for that back point. Just a command in here, actually. Some air mobiles pushing up all the way to here. And Terrier's gun groups coming in at the back as well. All focusing on that area. Nothing really pushing in here. Lots of units coming in here for T-Man. And a load more coming in as well. He's got a bunch of Strellas coming in and a T-72. Big ongoing fight up here, though. This is an early fight to be right in this point. Assault Pioneers pushing in. The Lynx going in. I think he's utilizing it for its machine gun, perhaps, but it's mostly just spinning out of control. Saxon's also firing in. Basically, wow. Lathan's actually clearing up this town at the moment. No response from T-Man. He hasn't pulled these units back. I mean, he's got Alf Clara there and Special Alf Clara. They technically could do some damage. Command straight in there for Lathans. No messing about. Currently +2 to Lathans. Rushed his second command straight from Charlie into that point. Where's his command from the bottom? Unless that was... Did he only have one command in? I'm not sure what happened to the command from the bottom. It's possible that that was the command from the bottom, then he moved back up to the top there. More air mobiles coming in here to help secure this town. Unfortunately, T-Man in serious trouble in that town. He's not got many units there at all. He is bringing in reinforcements now. Lathans is clearing up here. He's cleared up this entire area too. T-Man already seemingly on the back foot. And we're just 3 minutes into the game. He's lost a lot already. Motsuchin coming in here, rushing for that point. Loads of Saxons moved up from the bottom of the map here. Hunting the command, I assume. All these infantry very badly damaged. Chinook supply is coming in to try and resupply. But Lathans seemingly having most of the map control right now. Now, to be fair, in the last game we saw T-Man achieve that early on. Command is rushing out of that point away from all these units. Oh, Warriors coming in when Milan's down here. Pushing up to stop those reinforcements. An army of T-72s coming in there. Milan's at the bottom. Gazelle rockets coming in here. Trying to do some clearing up at the back there, perhaps. Seemingly they're being engaged by the Avklara. The command has survived out the back there. It is safe. But T-Man is on the run with his reinforcements, rushing away from those warriors. He's having to deploy them. SPW-70 being a sacrificial lamb. But Lathans is still firing at the Motsuchin. HE Bomber coming in. Going for the command. Gets the kill. The command is dead. SU-22HE does take some fire though. Cluster Bomber coming in here. Taking fire from the Cubs. It may survive though. It will survive. The Cub does not get the final blow. And the Strela there was out of ammo. Lathan still massively in control of Bravo. Still in control of the bottom point with very little there, to be fair. He's holding it with some Terrier's gun groups out this way. They have no anti-tank. So the BMP-1 is absolutely messing them up. The T-72 could probably do the same. But obviously, T-Man doesn't know what's in those buildings. He doesn't realize that it's only Terrier's gun groups. BMP-1 Motsuchin coming in now to try and reinforce this point. Plenty of tanks moving in as well. That is a lot of Warrior Milans with Terrier's gun groups coming in there, and even more being called in. T-Man needs to get back into this point. Currently +4 to Lathans. It's a good early gain, certainly more than T-Man was getting in the previous game early on. T-72's managed to clear up the Warriors. Commander's still safe back there. A lot of Gazelle rockets here, and all those Warriors coming in. 4 so far, that's a lot of extra infantry. They're being pulled back. Or they're being redirected down to the bottom of the map. Cluster Bomber coming in here, going for one of these tanks. Yes, indeed, going for the T-72, which has smoked itself and is trying to drive forward, but still gets hit. Cub does not get any hits on the Jaguar. Good airplay here from Lathans. He's managing to get stuff in without losing it. I think the Fox there must have killed the BMP-1 that was up here. And one of these Rover Milans got it from the side there. Small amount of reinforcements coming in at the bottom. More heading towards the top. T-Man needs to get back at that point. Warriors pushing down here now quite aggressively. Once again have been redirected. No longer going to the bottom of the map, but are going in here instead. Another jet coming in. Cluster Bomber coming in. Going for T-72. T-72 is dead. Lathan's doing a great job at taking out these tanks. Fox on the move. My 24 manages to kill the Milan. T-72 here should be able to clear these up if the Rover Milan doesn't kill it. Although there's Milans coming at it from every angle. Oof. It smokes itself. And my 24D engaging that Fox should get the kill, and it does. Oh my word! Sneaky, sneaky. Lathans has got an air mobile leader round the back of the map and deposited it in Delta. There was an MI2 there. It must have been right at the edge, and T-Man didn't see it. The command is going to die. But that's still an annoyance. It means it's been +6 for a good few seconds for Lathans. Luckily, T-Man had just spawned some Motsuchin there, which managed to kill that. Otherwise, that could have been a big problem, because this is a way for reinforcements to come in for the bottom point. But Lathan's in complete control of the map right now. He has so little at the bottom. T-Man does not know this, though. T-Man could absolutely ruffle stomp this bottom point. There's a term I haven't heard in a long time. But he could easily pile drive in here and take it. But Lathan's just bringing in the odd unit to reinforce now. Cluster coming in again to kill a chopper. Takes a couple of hits, but will get out. T-Man on the move at the top now, trying to get back in this point. He's going up against a lot of infantry, though. He has fire support from the T-72, but how long that'll survive, that is the question here. T-72 possibly going to get side shot. Oh, that is very lucky. I think that would have killed it if it had been a side shot. T-72 here, good fire support. Pioneers working hard. Gazelle rockets pushing around the top there. Here comes the cluster to take out that tank. It's going for this one. Takes a hit but drops its bombs, gets the kill. It is dead. I think that's the first loss of a cluster bomber for Lathans there. A Harrier rocket coming in now. Probably... Oh, it's going for the Strela at the back. And there's more arriving down here to protect this bottom point. Fox is coming in as well now. This is an uphill battle for T-Man, and he is working hard. He did lose that Strela. He's called another one in. The Harrier gets out intact. Air defense is a big problem right now on T-Man's side. The loss of all these T-72s is causing him a lot of setbacks in terms of how he can push. SPW-70 is getting good hits from range on these infantry. Command is moving back into that point. How long it lasts in that point. Cluster bomber coming in. Going for the T-72. Oh. Change targets, going for the command instead. Does get his bombs off. Gets the kill. Has capped the point, though. There is another command on the way in for Lathans, however. Unfortunately, T-Man not making any progress down at the bottom here. He's having to focus most of his forces on taking the top. Tanks coming in, reconning around the side. He's got very few infantry. The SAS, obviously with the AT-4, pose a big threat to the tanks. He's got to kill them from range. Challenger Mark II coming in to try and deal with those T-72s. Fox is knocking about down here. Will cause issues for these Strelas that are streamed around. Mi-24's coming in here. Heading towards the top. Harrier rocket coming in, going for one of those tanks. Manages to dodge a shot from the Cub. Strela's engaging on it. No, Strela's engaging on the Gazelle. Recon. Harrier unperturbed. All those missiles missed. T-Man managing to get tanks surrounding these infantry now, but there's still a lot in there. If there's ever a time you wish someone had a Buratino, that would be it. I still hate the Buratino, but, you know, that is the time for it to be used. Absolutely no movement at the bottom. Neither player calling in any reinforcements down here at the moment. It is all about capping the top here. Lathans has stopped. 1,472 points with 26.5 minutes left of this game. Could this be the turnaround point? Oh, of course, SAS have stingers. They will kill any of the choppers that get close enough, and they're doing a good job of it. One is down, the other one is damaged. I think there's 2 squads of SAS left. One's almost dead. Air Mobile Commander being dropped in. Emergency power drop from Lathans to recap this point. No command for T-Man to replace that. Lathans is going to take this point again. There it goes. Emergency power drop. Gazelle's being used to try and kill or stun these tanks down. Another command on the way in, so you'll have 2 in there. Cluster Bomber coming in, going for the Challenger Mark II. Is this a good kill? It is a good kill. Yes, indeed. Right on target. Equally, it's like a tank for a tank at the moment. Jaguar gets a kill as well. Harrier Rocket coming in, going for the chopper. Easily takes it out. Harrier is down though. Cub finally gets a good hit. Jaguar cluster coming in, going for the other tank. Lathan's airplay has been an absolute nightmare for T-Man this game, and T-Man's anti-air just hasn't been there, unfortunately. Jaguar coming back round, takes a hit, will get out alive, and has wasted a missile. Artillery pieces in for Lathans now, smoking this area. A mobile leader is about to get hit by bombs. No, it's not. Oh, wow. I was convinced that was coming in to hit that command, but it went for the command at the back. I didn't even know he'd seen that. All that smoke was for nothing. He can't move that commander in. Brilliantly caught by T-Man. Brilliantly caught. Command tank coming in now. Lathans 1744 and counting. But T-Man now in control of Bravo. Has he turned this game around? Very little movement at the bottom. Still just a smattering of units in there defending, really. Fox is on the move up here. Will engage on the Strela and probably kill it. T-Man just moving his units up a little bit here. Fox will have eyes on that command tank. Artillery coming in here. Is it smoke or is it artillery? It is artillery going for the tanks. Tank engaging on that Hellarm chopper. Hellarm chopper's taking a lot of fire from the machine guns. Oh, one tank is down. The other tank is down. Ouch. Another 2 T-72 losses. Standard T-72 does not have smoke, by the way. Jaguar cluster bomber coming in here. Oh, he missed it. That must have been an attack ground. He couldn't actually see where it was. He was just going for a bit of guesswork to try and kill it. He takes the point back. Lathans on 194. 1948. 1948. As T-Man takes Bravo and neutralizes this game. Lathans smoking the entry point to Bravo. With a command coming in, he's going for the points win. Can T-Man stop him? Command going down the bottom as well here. He's pushing commands to both points. Where's that one going now? I'm so confused. Hang on. Challenger Mark II coming in for the bottom. Rover is coming in here. No longer going to the top. Command pushing in this way. I think this was a bit of bait and switch by Lathans. He's trying to make T-Man think there's stuff coming in there while sending stuff at the bottom. But this has been spotted by the Strela. Strelas are firing at it, but they won't do much damage. But it has been seen. Here's the response. HE bomber coming in. Going to bomb the road in front of it. Does have a target on it now. Unfortunately, doesn't still have a target. Oh, unlucky. Doesn't manage to hit it. SPW-70 is chasing it down. Quick changeover. Rover now moving up this way. Will be going past the Avklara, though. The Avklara are not in range. Their anti-tank is only 500 meters. They will not get it. They will see it for a brief second, but because they're not in that building, they just don't have good eyes on. They will see it coming in here. Smoke coming in on that. Oh, very cleverly played. Avklara does still see it as it goes in. +2 to Lathans immediately. This command still rolling around up there. Will be killed by a chopper that comes in, but this one has possibly just won him the game. 1964 and counting. Just a few points away from the win. And my 24 coming in for that command. Avklara rushing up here. Pioneer Flams coming down. The T-72 coming down. But this thing covered by smoke. More smoke coming in as well. And smoke in this game, you cannot see through it. I mean, it is a block all, even if you're basically stood on top of the unit. And there it is. Game over. Lathans takes the game with points victory. He did control most of the map for most of that, to be fair. So he probably deserved the win. But kills to losses, T-Man outdid him in kills to losses. Let's have a quick look at those. SAS, early game. I mean, the SAS may well get the MVP here because they were doing an outstanding job. Yeah. SAS get MVP. Shouldn't that always be the case when the British are playing? But really well played, guys. That was a tense game. Poor T-Man just seemed to be on the back foot so early on, and then he wrestled it back. He wrestled it back. But the smoke points victory. It's the way it goes, I guess. Well played to both of you. Those were two very good games. Very good maneuvering that you don't often see. This wasn't a mass maneuvering of a huge force every time. This was careful placement of units, and that's what you can expect from these two very experienced players. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for some more Warno.